Alright, so today's topic is the ANOVA or a linear regression and when to use them. So when deciding to use an ANOVA or linear regression, it often comes down to the types of independent variables you're looking at and what you're looking to test for. So if one's looking to test for the differences in the group means, an ANOVA test would be used. And then if you're looking to predict outcomes, a linear regression would be used. So the sample data set I made was test scores, and then also the hours spent studying, and then also the study method, whether it be a group study, self-study, or a test prep course. And then first I did the ANOVA test, which is where looking at the exam scores averages by each of the study methods. So our null hypothesis would be all the group means are equal, and then alternative hypothesis would be at least one of the group means is different. So once we did that, I printed the results and everything, and also did a box plot. So we can go ahead and take a look at that down here. So that's going over our hypotheses. And then looking at the ANOVA table, we found that our p-value is 0.08, which is actually greater than 0.05. And then we have our F statistic, degrees freedom, and then so since our p-value was greater than 0.05, we failed to reject the null hypothesis and find that no significant difference was found between the group means. And so we can take a look at the plot here. We're looking at the scores for the group, and then the self-study, and then the test prep. So we can see the test prep yielded the highest exam scores, and the group yielded the least, and then that there wasn't a significant difference between these three groups. So we have the test prep is about 86, the self-study method was about 84%, and then the group study was about 78. So now we want to look at a linear regression model for this. So for here, we're testing the exam scores versus the hours spent studying. And so our null hypothesis is that there is no relationship between the hours spent studying and the exam scores. And then the alternative hypothesis would be that the hours spent studying does significantly predict exam scores. So we did the model here, found our p-value, did the hypothesis testing, and then did a regression plot. So we can go ahead and take a look at this. So we have our OLS regression results here. We went over in a previous topic, so I'm not really going to go too much in depth into it. But we have our probability statistic is extremely small. It's this value here. And so we reject the null hypothesis that hours spent studying does significantly predict exam score. And then we can take a look at that here. We see there is a positive linear regression, like a correlation between the hours spent studying and the exam scores.